What's good? What's good? What's good? It's be the G Shaw Cipher. You officially tuned in to On the Grind Live. We support anybody out there that's grinding in any capacity, in any situation. It don't really matter what your grind is, but as long as it's a grind you want to talk about, this is the platform you want to be on for that. And you already know the situation. You know the slogan. When you see me, you see dope people. You see incredible people. You see grinders. You see people that's taking it to the next level. And of course, I got somebody that's taking it to the next level. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
This man
sir.
right here is featured inside the last issue that's just released, issue 87 of the Grind Report. You know what I'm saying? I put myself on there because I'm the CEO, but right now we ain't talking about that. We talking about the homie Dangerous Rob in the issue of the Grind Report. Make sure y'all go check that out, thegrindreport.com. What's good, Dangerous Rob?
Hey, yo, what's cracking, man? I appreciate you bringing me on,
Yeah,
taking
yeah.
advantage of every opportunity I can to spread this word. So, I know you got one of these high level platforms. So I
Yeah.
wanted to reach out to you and hey, here we are making it crack. That's what we
Listen, man.
do. Yes, sir.
Definitely greatly appreciate that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And you know what I mean? Like I was telling the people just now, you featured in the issue of the Grind Report. We talk about a lot of things in there, but I wanna kind of dig deep into what we talked about in there. And first of all, y'all gotta go check out the magazine to see how we talked about and where we gonna get these, where I got these questions from. But I need y'all to understand that this dude is grinding right now. He's taking it, like I said, taking it to another level in the magazine. You mentioned that consistency and authenticity have been key to your long career. So how do you continue to find inspiration and maintain your unique style in the ever evolving industry?
Well, in this industry, you got a whole lot of people, and no offense to MCs that's out there, but everybody wants to sound the same. So I just always stuck to the script, my own style. I call it middleism because I'm from Middle America, Tulsa, Oklahoma, and just being true to myself. And I think because of that, I've been able to separate myself with authenticity for people to recognize, especially on the international forum, that
Yeah.
this is me, and I'm here, and I've been here for 35 years, still doing my thing. So yeah.
So 35 years in this game, and I know how that is because I'm an artist as well. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to be 44 this month. You know what I'm saying? And I've been doing this thing for a minute myself. But
Right.
really talk about that. Talk about that. How important that consistency was is for you, and why is it important for you to do it the way you're doing it in your city?
Well, my inspiration comes from being from Tulsa, Oklahoma. We really don't have any major record labels, in Oklahoma that support hip hop music. So I'm inspired to continue to build and grow, until I tap out, which is, an American Music Award. I've already been on Billboard, had two singles on Billboard before, but American Music Awards, just receiving those accolades as some of the other artists of my peers that are the same age as me, that's done. So, like I said, just staying loyal to my roots and representing where I'm from, and being able to continue to make quality music has just been a blessing over these years. And
Yeah.
that's why me and you here, we
Right,
sitting
right,
here talking about it. You get what I'm
right.
saying?
Being from Tulsa, Oklahoma, are there any local influences musically? Not necessarily have to be an artist, but is there anybody that you from your city that you say, yeah, what I mean, he definitely was somebody, or she was definitely somebody that kept their foot on the gas, and I want to make sure that I continue that trend in my city.
Of course, Charlie Wilson and the Gap Band, we from the same section,
Yeah,
a block away from each other, and you really can't get no bigger than that. He's the originator, the Gap Band, and Charlie Wilson is the originator of G Funk,
right.
which is what the West Coast uses that sound right now to this day. And of course, you can resonate to the sound in my music. Is
Right.
Charlie has been a really major, big influence. My cousin John Starks, I'm not sure if you heard of John Starks. He played for the New York Knicks. He the
Of
one
course. Yeah.
dunked on Michael Jordan.
I saw it. I was actually there. I'm from
Oh,
Brooklyn,
were you?
New York. I was in the building. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
So,
Yeah, yeah,
he took, he's the epitome of our city, that grind and the grit. And he took that to Madison Square Garden and made himself a fan favorite, and
right,
that's just the mentality of, the people that come, from my city, from Oklahoma. And then, the Hansons, you got, it's quite a few people that I admire that come up out of, the state of Oklahoma. Wayman Tisdale, he's from my city. He was an All-American gold medalist,
yeah.
Grammy Award winning jazz saxophone player. So yeah, man. And I'm just here, to represent for the hip hop nation. You know what I'm saying? And just to
Right,
keep
right.
this grind going and be a true representative of what, Tulsa music and what we do from Tulsa, what it stands for.
That makes sense. Now you talk about being global, right? So with an international fan bases, I know you got spanning through Japan and Germany, Austria, and the UK. How do you tailor your music and performances to resonate with that such diverse audience?
Well, to be able to resonate with, to be able to separate from yourself, you have separate yourself from the crowd as being original,
Right.
and that's the reason why I feel like, the international fan bases has gravitated to my music. Of course, my voice is authentic, but just being original, and that's what I've always done. And because of that, I've been able to reach fans all across the world, and on a continuous basis, not just, from back in the day, but,
Right.
right now when I log into my reports, all the majority of my streams online come from, that international fan base.
International fan base, right, right. And it's dope to have that versatility across the states and the countries, right? Because
Most definitely.
you touching so many people, and you touching people that might not even know English, but the fact is they love your music. You
And
get what I'm
I
saying?
shot my video in Panama, the real ish video, and the film crew, no one in the film crew spoke English, and they had to provide a translator for me.
Right, right,
When I filmed the video over there in the tropics, and by shooting that video over there, I was able to garner, a whole group of fans. You get what I'm
right,
saying?
right, right,
They celebrated on Facebook. Thank you for coming to our country and
right,
showing the world how beautiful our country is.
right.
So, yeah, man, it's being able to to resonate to people across the world has just been a blessing for me, and I'm forever grateful for it.
Definitely.
Most definitely.
When you write music, what is your process? Do you got to be in the studio alone? Does it really matter which you know what I mean, where you at? Like how do you come up with the records that you do when right before you lay them down?
Well, to be perfectly honest, I just go write songs and verses, and
Okay.
this is on a daily basis. I can be at a stoplight if something hit my mind, because you gotta preserve all these ideas when you get this age. You get what
Right,
I'm
right,
saying?
right, right,
And
right.
I ain't smoking weed no more, so so when these ideas come to my mind, I just whip out my phone and punch them in. So I really don't have a process because, God has blessed me to be able to continuously think about, creating raps. And it's crazy because I can be asleep, man, and get up out my sleep in the middle of the night and bing, something hit me in the head, and
Right.
I
I know
start
that's
memorizing that part, until I wake up so I can write it down. So I really don't have a particular writing style to be able to do it. I just create, think about it, and go in the studio and record it.
right, right. One of the songs that we actually had in rotation on our radio station, Power 107.6 The Truth, was called Diamonds.
Yes, sir.
Um that song for me has like an international feel to it. You know what I mean? It's definitely got a vibe to it. So talk to me about creating that record and who produced it and what really influenced the creation of it.
Well, a guy, Ali, he's from France, and he sent me about 10 beats. Some of them had hooks on it and some of them didn't. But this particular record, it had a hook already established that he sung, and I just, I wanted it. The record is a clean record, like a
Right.
clean, nice record. I wouldn't, look at it as being one of my best records, but it's clean. That
Ready,
feel.
ready,
It's
right,
a
right,
clean feel. So I wanted to kind of mention some things on the record that I'm celebrating. Like I'm to this point. Like, when you deal with me, I've been on Billboard, I've done movies, I've done this, and this is how it feels to be a star, is celebrating what I've done and the success that I've had, and just mentioning that, how music saved my life, and kept me out of the penitentiary and
right.
got me out the streets. You get what I'm saying? So
Definitely.
so the Diamonds record, of course, Diamonds, you're gonna shine. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the record really resonates, is that, shining, doing my thing, just like, the Grind Live. That's what
Right,
y'all doing.
right,
Y'all diamond. You
right,
get what
right,
I'm saying?
right,
And a pretty lady can be a diamond. A smart
right,
man can be a diamond.
right.
And this is what, I just packed it all in, two 16-bar verses, to be able to sell that story and make just a nice clean record, man, for when these program directors pick the song up. They'll be like, this is just a clean record.
Right,
It ain't
right,
it ain't talking about, it ain't B word and the N word, and all of the stuff that we rap about for the streets. It
right,
has
right,
none of that included in that. And I'm just thanking, my fans and the people that supported me, and that's what the Diamond record is all about.
in the interview that we did not too long ago in the ground report, you talk about DPNG. Um, talk to me about DPNG. What does that stand for, and what can fans expect from DPNG?
So DPNG started out as the Dogg Pound Next Generation, which was formulated by, Daz Dillinger and
Right,
Big A, and all the, corrupt and the big wigs over there. It started, from a contest that they were having on the internet. And, they took the top six uh, from the contest out of 30 some thousand submissions and kept us all together. Big A labeled me the general of the group. So since, we've kind of moved away from, because we're not sanctioned to be with the Dogg Pound anymore, we're just DPNG, which stands for Don't Play No Games.
okay,
And I still got my connections with Big A and Daz, but we wanted to develop our own identity. And
makes
by
sense.
doing so, if that project pops, because I'm gonna drop the record on Rock Nation Distribution, the DPNG record on Rock Nation Distribution, and if it pops, maybe the big dog Snoop step in and do something with it, since he has Death Row. So
Yeah, yeah, that's what's up. Now we talk about owning your own label,
yeah,
Freedom Records. Am I
yes,
saying that right? Right.
yeah.
So, running your own label, Freedom Records, that must come with some challenges, right? Because it's yours, and you know the business. So, what are some recent successes or challenges you faced, and how they have impacted your approach in managing a label?
Well, Freedom Records is established right up out of the streets of Tulsa. Is my label, established. And the challenges of facing is, the money spent is from me. There's no marketing budget or any of that. So all the marketing and everything that you see surrounding Freedom Records, and you can go to freedomrecords.com and you'll see, DPNG along with my music on there, that
Right,
it's all mine. And everyone knows, I'm sure, that the challenges of, not having a marketing budget and a
right,
promotional budget to be able to reach the masses, to be able to get the song in heavy rotation. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
some of the successes that I've had recently, the Diamonds record has been played on Power 105, which is home of the Breakfast Club.
New York
Uh,
City. Yep.
it's been played on Power 106. in LA. We got Z100 coming up, and just of course 107 The Truth is
Right,
supporting
right, 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 right,
so just taking those small steps and those small tidbits and being able to still be in a small independent label and being able to still compete with
right,
some of the majors, because I've seen your playlist that
right,
you guys have, and your whole playlist is major artists. You get what
right,
I'm saying?
right,
And for us to be able to squeeze in there, and get some spins, it's all a blessing, because I know what it takes to push a record to the top, which is promotional and marketing dollars. You get what I'm saying?
right,
So yeah, man, we still here, looking to branch out and bring out more artists from the state of Oklahoma, younger artists that's looking to branch out into the music industry, that's willing to go through the artist development and some of the things that you need to, grasp,
right.
coming up as an artist, because I think a lot of younger artists look at TV and they have a different point of view on what it takes to grind this stuff out. It ain't all glamour.
No, no, you're right, right. You said something important that I think we need to at least trying to bring back, which is artist development. I think
Yeah,
that's something that we haven't seen in a very long time. And these labels are giving out large sums of money, what I mean, to these artists who might not understand what they signing for one, and on top of that, might not understand what to do with it, right? And how
right.
to really develop themselves into that star. How important for you is it to make sure that the people you work with have that artist development?
Well, of course, you always, the key to recording this music is having full ownership,
Right,
of your music. And I will explain that to any artist that records or signs a deal, even if you do a deal and you can just lease the music over to the label for a certain amount of years. But to give it away when, you know, like if I would have signed all my rights, I did buy two of my albums back from labels that I signed with. But if I hadn't have done anything like that, I wouldn't be able to sell, this music for $50 a CD overseas, because I,
right,
I don't own it. So
right,
ownership really is the key, because you can make that music at 25 and then you turn 40 and it start popping again.
right, right,
And then you hear like all of this music, this old music that's on commercials and so forth, and the record labels own that publishing, and the artist is not able to get paid,
right,
because they sold all the rights over to their music. So I think the most important thing that I developing an artist and being able to understand and be positive and represent your brand, because your brand is a representation of you.
yeah,
So, representing in a positive way, and also, ensuring that you have ownership
yeah,
of your music is, for you to have that longevity of being able, because, when it's inevitable that one day I'm gonna pass away, but my family's still gonna be able to eat, off of Freedom Records and Dangerous Rob when I'm gone. And when you go, that the sales pick up. You get
right,
what I'm
right,
saying?
right, right.
So
That's when the love, when the love come into play, and you start seeing all that. You know what I'm saying? Triple, quadruple streams and all that. So I definitely understand that. Let's
yes,
talk
sir.
about something else. Let's talk about the 100 Stacks film project. Break down that project. You know what I'm saying? And then how did you kind of get into something like that? What's the theme, and how's the project? How did that project develop?
So the 100 Stacks is a single that I have on the album, and I wanted to do something different outside of just shooting a regular music video. So I created a small what they call it, a mini film,
Mini film, yeah,
mini
short
movie,
film, yeah,
20-minute short film, about 100 Stacks, and it's just kind of uh, a prode on my life, but with embellishment. And it got
okay,
comedy and just some things to do something different outside of the box that
right,
some artists are not doing over there where I'm from. And I wanted to tie that in into the new, my album, Dangerous Ways. I wanted to tie all of that, the movie and all of that into one package to make it look really, really big and nice. So
Yeah,
we're about to start, getting that wrapped up, and once that's wrapped up, then I'll be looking to put the album out, and that'll
that's
be
what's up.
possibly early 2025. So
You've been doing that's dope. And we definitely look forward to that. So make sure we, you point that to our direction when you get ready to do that.
most definitely,
Um,
most definitely.
you've been doing this. You say you've been doing this 35 years, man. So over the years, you've seen the music shift in different directions and shift
Yeah.
in different styles. Like, how have you been able to navigate that, and what strategies have you adopted to make sure that you stay, relevant in your author? Well, we talked about authenticity, but how do you kind of, what strategies do you feel like you developed to promote and distribute your music, knowing the waves and different things have switched over time?
Well, of course, the main source of income right now is the streaming,
Right,
and although I'm an older MC, I do, jump online and hit all my social medias every single day,
right, right,
and navigate through, the music that I require. I ensure that the music is up to date and not dated. Although I am an older MC, that doesn't take away the fact that I need up to date jams.
right, right,
Some that's gonna knock. And coming from the old school era, it got a pound. Beats,
right. The beat's got a knock.
beats got knocked. So,
Yeah,
just focusing on, marketing this stuff on social media and anywhere else I can get on and talk about this music to be able to, to get somebody to go over there and download or stream it.
right,
So, things have changed. We're not getting $10 a CD no more. You
right,
know what I mean? From
right,
the distribution companies and nothing like that. Every now and again, somebody might hit me up on eBay wanting a CD, and I can charge them between 30-50 bucks for from the older albums. But right now it's just navigating through this social media era, because
right,
everybody, want to see you. Everybody wants to see you. So navigating through this social media era, man, and making sure that I'm up to speed on that to draw people over there so they can stream this music.
right. What do you feel like is your definition of grind? This is a question we already asked you in the magazine, but now that we talking again, I want to make sure we get the updated version.
Man, grinding is a 24-hour 7-day a week thing. It takes dedication, perseverance, and motivation to be able to consistently make quality music and
Right,
bring it out to the public. So it's the grind is believing in yourself. If how can you get somebody else to believe in you if you don't believe in yourself? You know
that's
what
a
I'm saying?
fact. Yeah,
And just it's all gas, no brakes, man. Put your feet to the metal. Just like you guys. You guys got 4 or 5 different platforms, man. And that's something that I commend because the name of your organization fits what you guys do, and
grind
you
with
guys
it. Yeah,
grind. You get
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So it matches exactly what you're saying you're doing because I see it. You get what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
So
I
yeah,
mean, I think that's important. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's people out there who don't have the opportunities for anything. So that, growing up, I understood that. Like, the game was sold and not told. You
most
know what I'm saying?
definitely.
So since the
Most
game was sold
definitely.
and not told, nobody was giving out any jewels. So now as I grow up, I was like, yo, listen, man, I'm gonna put something together. And I went through a couple different naming conventions and things like
Yeah.
that. I finally got at the Groundwork Enterprises, and now, what I mean, we just trying to develop that and then build that. And the stronger we get, the stronger we could be for the people that come to us for that promo and stuff. You get what I'm saying? So
Most definitely.
just because you learning with us don't mean we ain't out there learning with some other, more tenure, more know-how people. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like we surrounding ourselves around people that understand what they doing and can help us, put in position so we can turn around and say, yo, we got this new information. We do this now. We already did the work. We already know it's legit. You know what I'm saying? So come grind with us. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So that's what you're doing. So I definitely commend you and whatever
appreciate
all the
you.
things that you're doing on a daily basis because you know you've been doing your thing. Um, what do you feel like is the biggest lesson you've learned all this time you've developed into this artist? You've been around you've been around the world. You got music, you know what I mean, everywhere. You probably got music in places you haven't physically touched yet.
Right.
But, you know what I mean? Like what do you feel like is the biggest lesson you've learned?
The biggest lesson I learned, man, is to be humble, and be approachable, and you know, be acceptable. Where people don't have an issue with being able to come to you and ask for jewels or have a conversation with you or discuss life in general, because without any of this, is nothing. God is the foreseer of all of this, right? So I feel like that if you be humble, that's where your success is going to come from.
It's a fact.
It's just music, and that's how I look at it. It's just some words, brother.
Right,
You don't have to be mad at me about no words, but it happens. You get what I'm saying?
right.
And when you great, people play or hate. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's just being humble, man, and being approachable and taking the blessings that's been instilled into you and relay that message in a positive way to the world. You get what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
definitely. Listen, man, tell the people where the social media is. How can they get the Dangerous Rob?
Hey, man. Of course, I'm on Facebook, D Rob Daniels. I'm on Twitter at Fat Woo. I'm on TikTok, Dangerous_Rob. I'm on Instagram, Dangerous Rob 918. There's so many of
So
them, man.
many of them, man. You just
And
making sure you covering everybody. I hear
yeah,
you.
freedomrecords.com, man. And for those who want to reach out to me, Rob at freedomrecords.com is
I
my
need y'all.
email.
I need y'all to understand how we spell that because you probably going to say, you know what I mean? It's FREEDAM, right?
Free damn.
Free Damn Records. Make sure y'all, you know what I mean, go check that out. And it's incredible and it's dope that you got your own website. Like people don't know, you see the Grind Report and the Grindwork Enterprises, but at Shaw Cypher, I have shawcypher.com too. So if this social media shut down for any reason, which is not ours, you can always get to me on the direct website. That's what I like about you. You
Yeah,
got
most
the
definitely.
website. You never going to miss out on anything I got going on or we got going on or you got going on with our individual websites. So if y'all out there listening, somebody that's an artist, they don't got the individual website, just remind them that social media don't belong to them unless they develop their own. So go
Right.
get your website so they know where to go to get your stuff.
Yes,
Listen,
sir.
man, first of all, I appreciate you taking the time out with us. Is there any shout outs that you want to give out to the people?
Man, my whole family is really, so many of us to go down the line of naming names and so forth. So on of course the most high God, because I wouldn't be free and breathing and able to create and come on your show
Right,
and talk about this music, because it could have went a whole nother way, man, if I didn't have a higher power looking over me. So
right, right.
that's what I like. And then my whole city, man, Tulsa, Thugtown, America. We in the building. This is what we do.
Yeah,
Black Wall Street. You feel me?
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yeah.
Well, listen, again, I appreciate you taking the time out. You know what I'm saying? For the people that just tuning in, we on YouTube and Facebook right now. Hit that rewind button. Start it from the beginning. Listen to what Dangerous Rob had to say about what he got going on and everything that we talked about. If you haven't picked up an issue of the Grind Report, go to thegrindreport.com, grind with a Y. Go get that. Dangerous Rob is in there. Issue 87 out right now. Keep grinding. Keep doing your thing, my G. Listen, I'm proud of you. If I
Appreciate it.
don't know how many people tell you that, but I'm gonna tell you. You know what I'm saying? So, keep doing your thing. I'll talk to you soon. Enjoy the
All right,
rest
give
of your
me
night.
give me one more shout out, man. My
Yeah, 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 yeah. Go
my
ahead.
guy Black, he just checked in, and that's my hype man. So he gotta, he rap with me.
Okay.
He's a hype guy. He's not a rapper, but he's the hype man for me. I
Okay.
like
You
Chucky
need
and
the hype man. You need the
stuff
hype
that
man.
he
Yeah,
plays. You
yeah.
know what I'm
Listen.
saying? And he been with me over 20 years, and he gotta, you know, come to these rehearsals and listen to me fuss and
Right, right,
do all, because we expect perfection. So
right, right,
he
right.
been he been there with me, man. So I gotta shout my guy Black out, man.
Well, listen, I'm gonna say it like this, yo. Shout out to all the hype man that be with the artists and making sure that the music sound right and that they doing their job. So like the
Yes,
Spliff
sir.
Stars, and shout out to back in the days to the. I'm from New York City, so when I think about hype man, I think about like the Lost Boys and Freaky Ty, you know what I'm
Right,
saying, and stuff like that. So shout out to those type of artists. I mean, those type of artists as well as the hype man that be making sure that the crowd do what they supposed to do to know this songs, and the fact that you know the songs too. You ain't just up there saying whatever. You
right.
know what I'm saying? Like y'all design that, y'all build that a
Yeah.
certain way, the performance and all that. That's part of the that's part of the the show that y'all putting together. So shout out to all the hype man.
Yes,
You know what I
sir.
mean?
Every breath count, man.
Right, right, right. That's a fact. You know what I mean? I need you to say this right here.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean?
I'm
Yeah,
gonna run out of breath right here, Black.
right.
Pick me up right
Pick
here.
me up. Right, right, right. You know what I mean? And you know, they be doing the ad libs too. If they right, they be in there doing the ad libs and on
Yeah,
the doubles for you. You know what I
yeah.
mean? So they invested. They as much invested in your brand as you are, and they probably doing multiple things. They wearing multiple hats. So shout out to them. You know what I mean?
That's definitely an intricate part of our show, man.
Right,
Definitely. So
right.
I had to shout Black out, man.
Definitely. Shout out Black. Well,
Yeah.
listen, again, appreciate you, man. We'll talk to you soon. Enjoy the rest of your night. Hopefully you have a great week and continue to have a great, great year and all so on and so forth with your music and everything else you got going on.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you. One love, Chuck.
All right.